Specific offense characteristics. uh, Involve the use of computer or interactive computer service. Yeah. To make restricted personal information about a covered person public available increased by 10 levels. Now, these federal laws that are guidelines, yes. What do you say that you go ahead and give me my sons today? Yeah. And then you're going to remove that fraud of a dissolution of marriage. Yeah. And the fraud of the protection orders. Yeah. And then we're going to look at what computer has the meaning given that term in the 18 U.S. Code 1030E1. Yeah. Covered person. And then interactive computer service has a meaning given. Ooh, Communications Act of 1934. Yes. I didn't even know they had computers back in 1934. Did they have computers in 1934? Let's see. 1929, we had a large depression in the United States. Yes. And then that went on for 4 or 5 years, and then they have an interactive, has a meaning given in Section 230E2. Oh, Communications Act of 1934. Why don't you get me the computers of each of the banks and brokerages? Yes. And then their interactive computer service, their actual, their DSL line, their T3 or T1. Yeah. Their fiber optic, the, what's it called again? Let's say you're a bank, right? And you have to enforce the Patriot Act. Yes. Where you have to know your customer. Yeah. And you cannot have any knowledge of terrorism in the United States of America. And you're using a satellite system to communicate with the individual. Do you have a large supercomputer that I have no knowledge of? Yes. See, in Liechtenstein, very few residents there. I might even get the encyclopedia out to explain that. Yes. But why don't you get me any supercomputers in Liechtenstein? Yeah. Or in Germany? Yes. Where they manufacture or sell a large amount of beer. Yep. Now, I've been wanting to make some improvements in the brewing industry. Yes. And my thought is I need to know every brewery in Germany, in Liechtenstein, and in the United States and all their employees. GPS their locations. Microbreweries. I know. And then give me their actual computers that they use to account for the amount of beer brewed. Now, you thought that you would just brew beer and not account for it? Have you been money laundering through any microbrewery? Samuel Adams just showed up. Oh my gosh! Now, let's really look at it for just a second. Okay, okay, okay.